So, welcome back to Edo Citizens. Once again, my name is Frederick Idere. I have guesting with me, Charles Ideho. Charles Ideho is a broadcast journalist, a veteran broadcast journalist that is from the Edo clan, where I also come from. He is from Owa. I was, before I went on break, I was talking about the need to do a form of review of what has happened in the Edo politics. My guest is a journalist by virtue of that profession. They are gatekeepers. He should be able to lead us through what we can consider as an agenda for the new government of Senator Monday Okpebholo. Charles, welcome once again.
Thank you very much, Fred. Glad to be here one more time. Yeah.
When we were here at some point leading to the election, yes. Was it that after the primaries or so, we had cause to talk about, exactly. What cause to talk about, dwell on a bit on what to
play out.
What to play out. Yes. We talked about the ESA agenda sort of. It looks like there's victory for, after all, the victory for the ESA.
Yes, yes. It's been long coming. Coming because since 2018, when that court verdict sacked the sitting government at that time of Professor Osari Meosumbo, the ESA man or woman has not had the privilege and opportunity to occupy the Osadebe house, as the Edo State government house is called. Not because they're not qualified, not because they are not, they don't have the right to, because Edo, like other states in the federation, stands on a tripod. It depends on how the power equation is played out in all the states. Some places is religion. In Lagos, they will look at you whether if it's Muslim or Christian. That's just in Lagos and some other southwestern states, or one is southwest region. But in Edo, religion doesn't play part in our political equation at all. It is amongst the three legs that upon which Edo stands on, namely Benin speaking with 7 local government, Eastern speaking with 5 local government, and then Afema speaking with 6 local government. So when you want to look at how depending on leadership swings or oscillate amongst the 3 local government or the 3 sub ethnic, sub-Edo ethnic, then that's how you consider. If you zone it to Edo North and both of them are Umoru and Amedu, it doesn't concern anybody if they are practicing Muslim, as long as their place have been represented. So over time, ESA has not been so lucky in the manner of speaking to get that peddlers to get their way until recently. This ESA agenda, I'm also part of the. I'm not no ESA, but I was part of the ESA agenda because I felt that for equity and for fairness, I mean, you have a state that still stands on 3 legs. How come the pendulum leadership be oscillating between 2? When it's supposed to be amongst 3. So thankfully, some of us who threw our weight behind the ESA agenda, I am happy that indeed the fairness that we have all been clamoring for has been served, and ESA man is there today. Whether it's as I mentioned, I say whether it's PDP that win or it's APC, the ESA of course ESA must ascend to that position. Of course, that's happened the way we all looked at it.
Now we have, some have said that, I hear commentaries here and there, Edo is mourning. What is your take?
Okay, Edo is mourning depends on where the pendulum is right now. If you are those behind the Asoleme Ighodalo, the one you call Aswe, then Edo is mourning because your expectations have been dashed. But if you're on the side of Senator Monday Okpebholo, who INEC has declared that the victor, the winner of that election, then to them Edo is not money. So it depends on what side of the coin you belong, right? So if you're on the head or tail, okay, let's assume the head people, they are not mourning, they are rejoicing. I'm sure they've gone to church for Thanksgiving already. But for Aswe Ighodalo, those are the ones who may be feeling cheated, and then they are mourning. So that's what I see about it.
I'm not too sure whether the PDP has gone to court to challenge officially challenge the election. Yeah, but what's your take? I mean, just in a sentence, what do you think? You think that
it's always difficult in Nigeria to have people who just accept their defeat, because we hardly have good sportsmen in politics in Nigeria. Everybody thinks they prepared well. Everybody thinks they are supposed to capture the hotel. So if you look at PDP, they will say, okay, Edo is a PDP state. Yeah. So why should APC win? So they're not saying because APC is at the center, they must have used the center might to bring victory to the side of APC. That's the way it is. It's very rare. I think it's in the history of Nigeria, only 2 persons have stood out that have accepted defeat. The only one person actually accepted defeat was Goodluck Jonathan. Before him, Yaradua. Yaradua actually said he knew that the election was fraught with irregularity, which of course made him to now say they wanted to tweak and then to also do a lot of things in the electoral laws, which of course he did before he died that time. So it's only Goodluck Jonathan that picked up his phone to call Buhari and then congratulate him. You see, as he did that, the tension in the land actually was doused. Yeah. But now, I expected that Edo is one. Anybody who has feel cheated, of course, it's their right to say, okay, that their money was stolen. But let them go to court, since the court have become the ultimate arbiter of any electoral contestation in Nigeria. Nobody ever wants to give up. They must always go to court. They fight to the topmost echelon of the judiciary in this country. So I think they have a window of 2 weeks. I can't recall if they have a window. I can't recall whether it's 2 weeks or so, within which they will go to court. I wouldn't know. I can't confirm here whether they've gone to court, but they have said they will go to court.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's jump into now that the INEC has said there's a new governor-elect in Edo State. Now, as a journalist,
a new government-elect.
A new government-elect?
Elect, because it's not been inaugurated.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
There's a government that office that of PDP under Obaseki.
That's fine.
Yes,
that's fine. What would you, as an Edo person yourself, what would you like to, if you were to set an agenda for Senator Monday or Okpebholo, what would you be expecting him to do in the next, say, 6 months, 1 year?
Okay, first he has to, before he even sits down to talk at all, I think he must go around the 3 senatorial districts to start a process of healing. You said in your first salvo or your first question that some people are money. Okay, so those who are money, how do we placate them? Those who are money, how do we ensure that we clear the tears off their faces or their eyes? Those who are money, how do we bring them back to the fold? Those who are money, how do we tell them sorry? Those who are money, how do we tell them that they are part of it? Those who are money, how do we tell them that the incoming government will also take care of their own grievances and also their expectations? If the expectations they had in the other candidate, of course, they couldn't get it. With this incoming government be able to meet their expectations? So it's a lot of healings to be done so that they can do a lot of what I call political cleansing, to cleanse the land, and then so that people will have that a recourse to say, okay, we indeed have a governor that is a governor of everybody, not just a governor of APC, but a governor of an Esa man, a governor of an Onwa man, governor of an Akoko man, governor of Esako man, governor of a Benin man, so that everybody would look up to him as the be-all and end-all of all Edo citizens, whether they be based at home or based abroad, so that people like us who travel home, know you have a governor, can come back to Lagos, go to where you can beat your chest that you know have a government that has, put all of them together, like his father. A father will always have, I know a father can sometimes be biased in the kind of the way they show love to us, but again, they are still his children. They will always find a way to bring them back to one fold and say, okay, I gave you my name, so you have to promote this name, but in love and equity. So that's exactly the thing that this incoming government must do. Healing first. After he has done healing, they have been able to assuage the feelings of people, and be able to placate all those who feel they be robbed, before he cannot stand to say, okay, where do we face? We have infrastructure deficit in the Edo State.
Before we run into that, how easy do you think that would be to actually placate, the across board, which would mean across senatorial zone, across party lines? We have the PDP as well interest, we have the Labour Party interest majorly. Of course, there are other subs, right? Now, what would be your prognosis, so to speak,
an idea behind what it should do, right?
Yeah, what should it do?
Yeah.
Do you think that if it, if it's able, I mean, that's not, or that's almost impossible to ensure that his appointment cuts across, the party lines. Do you think that would, practically, what do you think is?
Well, again, there is what is called government of national unity. Okay, but this is not national, this is sub-national. Okay, government of unity always comes into play when there's things you are mentioning now, where people are aggrieved.
Yeah.
Or you need to do it, because it's a PDP victory. And you know the way we play politics in this country is winner takes all.
Yeah.
So there are very, very hefty interests within APC. Somebody will say, if PDP have won, would they share with the other party?
Good question.
Would they share with Labour? Their opponents in the contestation, they were defeated. They should go home. If you had a boxing bout on the ring, somebody is defeated, do you share the booties? But again, that's not what we play here. All of us are, Edo has said, there's nothing stopping him from reaching out to as well, call as well come. Okpebholo, call what's his name? Okpebholo. All the Okpebholo must play. Yeah, let's talk. And what do we do? If you had won for the interest of Edo, right? Were you going to bring about any interest that is outside Edo? No. If Okpebholo had won, it's interested to have to develop Edo and the people. Is that not? So why don't you suggest names, one or two names from your camp that part of my government? We also have issues with insecurity in that state. People can hardly go to their farms. It's either they are kidnapped or they are maimed, or if they are not killed.
How much does the state government have? How much of power?
No, the state government has the power. I mean, the southwestern state, excuse me, not all of them, some of them, they come up with Amotekun.
Yeah.
And the government didn't stop them. And today, particularly, Amotekun is very, very effective in Edo State. All these forests in Edo State that stretches over forests in Edo State are stretched over to Edo State. I mean, they come everywhere, and we learned that the incidences of kidnap and all that in Edo State is on a downward trend. So Edo can borrow from that, not the political thing they are doing now about this is our vigilante. No.
Yeah,
they have to get. If I go to Edo, take the file, copy it and paste in Edo State. So insecurity is a major concern. Where I come from, in Onwa East Afuze area and all that. People, I mean, there was a man who went to the farm, he didn't return. No, a woman who was killed with little children.
Yeah, we see that.
So she was killed.
Romy and all those.
Exactly. So it happened Romy, it happened Agbede, all this area. So that's exactly another thing. Then we also have to look at transportation. Once upon a time, we were the pride of transportation in Edo State. Bender State started what they call today line or express. You have Bender line, which was from Midwest line. That was established by the governor for Bemudia. Midwest line became Bender, now became Bender line. When the state was shared into two in 1991, you have Delta and we now had Edo line and Delta line. So we pioneered it. Lagos State government now picked it when they had the LSTC. They picked the fight from Bender State at that time. They had LSTC Lagos State, which of course, when the government of Jagone came, they established LSTC, Lagos State Lagos State Transport Corporation. Okay, so the headquarters is now being used by LASMA. We had that. So today, if you go to the headquarters of Bender line, or Edo line, you can, if you're not strong, you share a tier or two. So he should also look at that so that they can comb all the nooks and crannies of Edo State. Even places as far flung as Agenibo there, places as far flung as Anegbete and all this South Ibe, not BA, Onwa, Akukwa Edo. You could have that and make it cheaper so people will be able to travel. As you travel, you are boosting the economy of the state. As they are traveling, people they can branch at Edward, buy something, they can branch at Ideho, buy those banana and pineapples. You could do that. So transportation, and it also, once you do that, you also give employment to people. Just make it that only Edos will be, I mean, there's nothing against, there's no laws against it that if you make it a pan-Edo, so you do it and then give employment to Edo youths, all of them. It could be conductors or lady conductors, whatever names they are called. It could be drivers and not, just like you have as BRT around here. So and then after that, you move into education. Okay, so we also do, I know they say Edo best.
Yeah.
PDP say Edo best, Edo worse.
PDP or ABC, APC.
Sorry, APC saying Edo best, Edo worse. So, but let's look at it so that we will transition from, because instead of actually, Obaseki has very, very good policies and all
very
that.
Key.
So those policies should now be concretized to ensure that they're just done on paper. They can jump those things out of paper and make them concrete. Then you talk about the issue of people traveling abroad for greener pasture. Because what I like to know, in this election that just took place, you can't wish away the influence of the diaspora and those who, of course, were telling people, say, every time asking us for money, asking for money. Why don't we get the governance right in Edo State so that you depend less on the diaspora remission from abroad or those younger places. So I think mainly if this incoming government is able to tackle all these areas, this sector I've told you sectorially, I'm sure we'll be fine. Other places can fall in. You say, okay, seek ye first the kingdom of God. All these other things will be added. So if he does that, all other things will be added in the course of time.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things will be added. That's referencing Charles Ideho here on the Edo Citizens today. I hope you've been having a good one. A man get brain when they talk, I go to listen. So thank you for being here. I'll be right back as we begin to coast home.